Hey everybody, it is Saturday early afternoon and I have had a frantic, busy morning. When I got up, I could hear the trickling of the water in my living room tank, and I made a mental note to check the water level later. I thought maybe the evaporation was getting down there a little bit or something. Anyway, it was a little louder than normal, but I didn't pay too much attention to it. And about an hour later, when I went downstairs, I found a rain shower in the work area over where I do my hobbies and stuff. And so ran back upstairs, and this is how much water was actually left in my living room tank. I, at this point, have yet to determine whether or not the tank itself is leaking. That would be my suspicion. And you can see how we've still got some wetness around the base of it. That could be simply because it's just got, water gets trapped in this rim, and as it sits out here for the next couple hours, it'll dry out. So I'm going to leave it here and wait and see what happens and find out whether we lose any more water. Or if it was the filter itself that was leaking, because sometimes the filters will go bad, and if they start leaking, one of the seals goes bad, it will basically just pump your tank drip by drip. It'll leak out of the filter, and it just keeps sucking up the water, and you'll keep losing it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the plants just yet. They'll either go in another tank, or more than likely they'll just go in one of my grow out tanks, and then they'll be available for sale. I do think I will take this little Anubias here, and I'll do something with that Anubias. I've always liked that one. But I think at this point, because of uncertainty in the future, rather than get this tank up and running again and spend the money to get it fixed up, what I did was I took the inhabitants out of this tank and I put them in my wife's tank. So let's go on in there. They've been in there for a couple hours now, and we will get to see whether they're getting along. Alright, so fortunately I just did some maintenance on this tank last night. Just gave it a water change, filter change, and removed a bunch of the plants in there to allow for some more swimming room. So I did not move a lot of fish. If you're familiar with that living room tank, it did not have a bunch of fish in there to begin with. It had 3 small peppercorys on the bottom, but I have my one lonely little female emerald cory in here, so now she's got some company. Corys do like to have companionship, so now she'll have a few corys swimming around in there with her. I had a few glow light tetras. I believe there was already 1 or 2 glow light tetras in this tank to begin with, or at least there always used to be. I don't know if they were still in here or not. Oh no, it was the bloodfin tetras that I was thinking about. I've got a little school of bloodfins. It's the these glow lights I have in a different tank downstairs. I was getting them confused. So we now have the 3 glow light tetras in here. I put a couple of guppies in there, and I had 1 lonely neon that was swimming around in there, and that got transferred to this tank as well. So for a 20-gallon tank, having that little tiny bit of extra bioload added to it is not going to be a big deal at all. It will give my cory Swimmy down here, it'll give her a little bit of company, so that's good. Every time I shoot a video of her, I always get somebody telling me that I need to get some companions for her. So now she's got some companions. And all the other fish, like these little glow light tetras and those guppies, of course, will have plenty of swimming around room. There's nobody in here that's going to be aggressive towards them or anything like that. So all in all, I guess it's going to end up okay, but I'm now down to 14 aquariums instead of 15. Because, as I said, I'm not going to go ahead and reestablish. There's one of those little peppercorys right now. I'm not going to worry for now about that living room tank and getting that up and running again. As I said, financial uncertainties, waiting to see what pans out with work and all that kind of stuff before I worry about, spending money and fixing another fish tank up. I've already got, 14 of them up and running. I think that'll suffice for now. So there you go. That's been the sort of dramatic start to my Saturday. And I have no idea where it's going to go from here. So make sure you're subscribed, and you won't miss anything I got coming up. You never know what it's going to be with me. So thanks for watching this one. See you on the next one.